You've been there. You made yourself a nice meal, maybe some jollof rice with beans, a burrito, a hearty soup. Life was good. Then, about an hour later, your stomach starts making sounds like a dial-up modem. And then, it happens. And everyone knows it was you. Today, we are going to answer that question, scientifically, hilariously, and without shame. First, let's talk about farts in general, because honestly, they don't get enough respect. A fart, or in polite company, flatulence, is just gas that your body needs to get rid of. That gas comes from two places: air you swallow when you eat or drink, and gas produced by bacteria living in your gut. Yes, you have bacteria in your belly, millions of them. They eat, they breathe, they make waste, just like you. And that waste? Gas. Mostly carbon dioxide, hydrogen, methane, and a tiny bit of sulfur, which is the one responsible for the aroma. Now, everyone farts. The average person farts between 14 and 23 times a day. Yes, you heard that right. And if you think you're the exception, you're not. You just don't notice most of them. The culprit: oligosaccharides. So why do beans, specifically, make you fart more than, say, a piece of chicken or a bowl of rice? The answer is a word that sounds like a spell from Harry Potter: oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides. Say it with me. Oligosaccharides. These are a type of carbohydrate, basically a type of sugar found in very high amounts in beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Here's the thing about oligosaccharides. Your body cannot digest them. Your stomach doesn't have the enzyme needed to break them down. That enzyme is called alpha-galactosidase. And guess what? You don't produce it naturally. So what happens? These sugars just travel all the way through your stomach, through your small intestine, untouched. And then they arrive in your large intestine, also called your colon. And that's where things get interesting. Your colon is basically a bustling city of bacteria. There are trillions of them down there, and they are thrilled when the oligosaccharides arrive, because for them, it's like a free buffet. These bacteria go to town eating those undigested sugars, and as they eat and ferment, that's the scientific word, ferment, they produce gas, a lot of gas, mostly hydrogen and carbon dioxide, and for some people, methane too. That gas builds up, and your body has to release it somehow. And, well, you know the rest. So it's not really you farting. Technically, it's your gut bacteria having a feast and releasing their byproducts. You're just the venue. Now, you may have noticed that beans hit some people harder than others. Your friend eats a whole can of chickpeas and is completely fine. You eat 3 spoons of bean soup and you're clearing the room. Why? It comes down to your gut microbiome, the specific mix of bacteria living in your digestive system. Everyone's microbiome is different, shaped by your diet, where you grew up, your genes, even whether you were breastfed as a baby. Some people have more bacteria that produce gas from oligosaccharides. Others have a microbial community that handles it more quietly. Also, and this is key, the more often you eat beans, the more your gut adapts. Regular bean eaters actually fart less from beans than people who only eat them occasionally, because their gut bacteria become more efficient at processing those sugars without producing as much gas. So, if you want to eat more beans without the drama, just eat them more regularly. Your gut will adjust. It's literally training. Can you reduce the farts? Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, is there anything you can do about it? Yes, a few things actually. Number 1, soak your beans. When you soak dry beans in water for several hours, ideally overnight, and then discard that water before cooking, you wash away a significant amount of the oligosaccharides. Less oligosaccharides equals fewer gifts to your gut bacteria equals less gas. Simple. Number 2, rinse canned beans. If you're using canned beans, pour out the liquid and rinse them under water. That liquid is full of the stuff that causes gas. Number 3, cook them well. Undercooked beans are harder to digest. Make sure your beans are soft and fully cooked.
Number 4, try Beano or similar enzyme supplements. There are over-the-counter products that contain the enzyme your body doesn't make, alpha-galactosidase. You take it before eating beans, and it helps break down the oligosaccharides before they reach your colon. Less bacterial feast, less gas. Number 5, eat beans more often. As I mentioned, frequency builds tolerance. Your gut bacteria adapt. Give it a few weeks of regular bean eating, and you'll notice the difference. The bigger picture. Beans are actually incredible. Here's the real talk, though. Beans are one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. They're packed with protein, fiber, iron, folate, and slow-digesting carbohydrates that keep you full and your blood sugar stable. Studies show that people who eat beans regularly have lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, and some cancers. And they're affordable. They're filling. They're found in almost every food culture in the world, from Nigerian ewa agoin to Indian dal to Brazilian feijoada to Jamaican red peas soup. A little gas is a small price to pay for all of that. So, the next time someone gives you a look after your post-bean situation, you tell them, "That's just science. My gut bacteria are simply very well fed." If you learned something, or at least laughed, drop a comment, share this with someone who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe. Eat your beans, own the gas. See you next time.